Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Please stay standing and join us for the singing of our national anthem. And then please remain standing for an honor song by Thunder Jack, who is Bear Clan from the Oneida Nation. Thank you, Thunder Jack. Please take your seats. On behalf of George Brown College, I would like to welcome you all, graduates, family, and friends, to this afternoon's convocation exercises for the class of 2014. My name is Laura Jo Gunter, Senior Vice President Academic. It is my pleasure to serve as your Masters of Ceremonies this afternoon. Graduates, today we have gathered to recognize your academic achievements. You have worked hard to get here, and I extend my warm congratulations to you all on this special day. Our convocation ceremony today is taking place on the traditional lands of the Mississauga of New Credit. I would like to introduce the members of our platform party. I ask them to stand and remain standing as they are introduced. Please hold your applause until the end of the introductions. It is my pleasure to introduce Sally Horsfall Eaton, the first Chancellor of George Brown College. From our program advisory committees, Brian Abbey, Chair, Architectural Studies Program, and Mark Jackson, Chair of the Building Renovation Program. From George Brown College, Ann Sato, President, Eugene Harrigan, Vice President, Corporate Services, Nancy Hood, Vice President, Human Resources, Gerard Hayes, Director of Student Experience, Mark Nesbitt, Vice President, Special Assignment, Karen Thompson, Vice President, Marketing and Strategic Enrollment Management. Diane Tessier, Registrar. Nancy Sherman, Dean, Center for Construction and Engineering Technologies. And Robert Luke, Vice President, Research and Innovation. Bearing the mace this afternoon is Beadle Jennifer Barbier, Student Success and Industry Liaison Officer, Center for Construction and Engineering. From the George Brown College Student Association, Jatinder Mann, Director of Education and Equity. Our Elder in Residence, Ed Sakany. Our keynote speaker this afternoon is Greg Lesurf, who will be more formally introduced later in the program. And finally, the staff and faculty of the Center for Construction and Engineering Technologies at George Brown College. Ladies and gentlemen, your platform party. Please take your seats. This afternoon, we are recognizing graduates from the School of Apprenticeship and Skilled Trades, the Angelo Del Zotto School of Construction Management, and the School of Architectural Studies in the Center for Construction and Engineering Technologies. Our interpreters this afternoon are Monique Ledrew and Tara Everett, and our captioner is Joanne Anderson. I now invite Chancellor Sally Horsfall-Eaton to address the graduating class. Madam Chancellor.
Welcome to everybody. It's just great that you're all here, and thank you very much for joining your graduates if you're a parent or a friend. You may have noticed today that the dignitaries were preceded by a beadle carrying a big stick. Now that big stick is the new George Brown mace. The mace is the symbolic emblem of the authority delegated to the chancellor, and it dates back to medieval times, about the 13th century, when it was carried into battle to break the chainmail and the armor of the knights. It's not really all that useful in 2014. But the royal mace is still carried before the Queen as a sign of domestic security and authority, and is now used in most parliaments. It will be used at official college events such as Convocation and any other special occasions that occur from time to time. The important thing about the mace is that we didn't go to mace.com to buy it the way many universities do. It was all designed and built in-house by faculty, staff, students, and alumni, and we are very grateful to all of them for making it happen. And if you'd like more of a description, on page 5 of your program, you will see a description. Well, today is your big day. Congratulations. You've worked hard, and it's finally here. And I'm sure you're all wondering where the road will take you next. And by the way, your parents are wondering too. And I can't tell you that. And I can't tell you where you'll be 5 years from now, and it may well be different than where you think you'll be. But I can offer a few words of advice for success at work and for a good life. The longer I live, the more I realize the impact of attitude on life. Attitude to me is more important than facts, than money, than circumstances, than what other people say or do. We can't change the inevitable. Bad things happen. The only thing we can do is play the one string we have, which is our attitude. And I'm convinced that life is 10% about what happens to me and 90% how I react to it. And so it will be with you. We are in charge of our attitudes, and in turn, in charge of our lives. We determine our own feelings and our own happiness. So be an irrepressibly positive person. The person who's fun to be around, who is welcome most everywhere, not the doom and gloom pessimist who's shunned in the workplace and shunned in the classroom and never invited to happy hour. So smile, be cheerful, play nice or go home. Now, every workplace, wherever or whatever it is made up of leaders and followers. It couldn't possibly function without both. Many of us aspire to be leaders, either in the workplace or the community, and many of us tremble at the thought. Some leaders are very effective, and some are misplaced. Do each of you know what you should be? Some people do all the things that a leader does, but are either reticent to speak up or don't want to be, quotes, leading the pack. This person fills the role of the invisible leader, leading from behind, the advisor. If that is you, if you are such a person, you are diligent, study the issues, you're thoughtful, and you're helpful at looking at options. All good leaders want and need advisors who can act as sounding boards. You see, leadership is not given, it's taken, not intentionally, but simply by the actions of an individual. A potential leader is the first to step forward to do a job, the first to make useful, thoughtful suggestions, the first to get things done. And one doesn't do this for recognition, but simply because it's a natural inclination to be part of the action and to lead. Leadership entails a lot of responsibility. A good leader generally has a vision of where things should go. And I'm a great believer that a good dose of common sense, coupled with some naivety, can be a great benefit. Some of the greatest achievements of the world have occurred because the visionary wasn't able to be deterred, didn't have the knowledge to know the obstacles that could hamper success. So dare to dream. Now, in these difficult times, be proud of your country, Canada. A country that was built on quiet courage and determination. A country that is faceted by the probity of each and every one of us here today. A country that boldly embraces the greatness and staunchly defends the virtue that are Canadian. Be proud that you're in Canada. Now, one of my roles as Chancellor of George Brown is to proudly represent George Brown in the community and amongst my peers. And I do that best when I proudly brag about you as its graduates. So please be proud of who you are. Dream it and then do it so I can brag. And may I wish you all the very best. And as you slide along the banister of life, may all the splinters be going in the right direction. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chancellor. I will now call upon Dean Nancy Sherman to address the graduating class and to introduce our keynote speaker.
Madam Chancellor, Madam President, distinguished guests, esteemed colleagues, members of the Board of Governors, family and friends of graduates. Good afternoon. I wish to extend our congratulations to you on completing your programs of study and to your family and friends who've supported you. Today, you follow in the footsteps of 45 years of George Brown graduates who now number over 200,000 and who hold a variety of positions on every continent. As our newest George Brown alumni, we hope you'll stay connected with the college. We want to learn from your careers so we can improve the learning experience for future students. And today's keynote speaker and honorary degree recipient, Craig Lesurf, shares this commitment to education, not only with George Brown, but for the construction sector in general. He's a builder of education, both figuratively and literally. At an event last week, he reflected on the fact that during his career, he's built dozens of buildings for the educational sector. And his commitment to education for this sector is just as prolific. He's an active member in the industry associations with an emphasis on education. Member of the board at the Toronto Construction Association, he's also chair of the Professional Development Committee of the Construction Institute of Canada, also known as TCIC. TCIC was founded in 2003 by a group of Canadian construction industry executives. The primary objective of these founders was to create an organization that would promote and implement the highest possible standards of professionalization and ethical conduct throughout the Canadian construction industry. In this role, Craig led the fundraising for an annual national student competition. Many of you participated in it, the Simulated Student Bid Competition. It's a yearly event which is designed to assist students in understanding the real-life challenges that are present within the construction, estimating, and bidding process. Craig provided leadership in the creation of our construction management degree and has continued his support as the chair of the Construction Cluster Program Advisory Committee. He's a regular guest lecturer and also regularly provides internship and co-op opportunities for students, many of whom he has then hired on a full-time basis. But don't give him your card right yet. And he also has a full-time job. Craig is currently the general manager for Walsh Canada and is responsible for growing and managing their construction operations in Canada. His career has included notable projects such as the Royal Ontario Museum Michael Lee Chin Crystal Addition and the Sunnybrook Health Sciences M-Wing Vertical Extension. Craig graduated from Ryerson University with a bachelor's degree of architecture and project management, was Gold Seal certified as a project manager in 1997, was recognized as a professional constructor by the Construction Institute of Canada in 2006, and received the Chancellor's Award of Excellence in 2006 and again in 2012. He became a Fellow of the Chartered Institute of Building in 2010. I'm very pleased to welcome our keynote speaker, Mr. Craig Lesurf.
Madam Chancellor, Madam President, members of the Platform Party, George Brown faculty and staff, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I'm extremely honored here today and it's my great pleasure, by the way, to be here to celebrate your accomplishments. So I want to start off my talk today with one question. And the question is pretty simple. Who wants to be successful? Can I get a show of hands here, please? Oh, good, good. So pretty much everyone wants to be successful, which is pretty much good to see. So let me tell you a few things. You already are successful. You've made it through to graduation. You've gotten through decades of challenges you've faced through your life, through your early childhood, grade school, high school, coping with the stress of an exam or assignment, probably some all-nighters in there, commuting to school, or moving. Some of you even moved countries. You've changed languages. You've experienced financial hardships. You've overcame personal tragedies. You've adapted. You've overcame. And you've triumphed. Veni, vidi, vici, which translated from Latin means, I came, I saw, I conquered. And now you're positioned to have even greater success. However, you need to leverage your newfound knowledge. And as Dale Carnegie said, knowledge isn't power till it's applied. And you've learned that knowledge at George Brown, and now you can apply it. So your next task is to apply this knowledge even to even greater success. So I'm going to ask you another question. What does success look like? Well, I'm going to start off by saying that you define success. Not anyone else, you define it. What is your successful things to do? So everyone's going to be different. What I want to do is maybe give you some examples, things you're going to need to do, some benchmarks. You're going to need to set some goals and even some standards. Be prepared to have setbacks. There are going to be twists and turns in your journey towards success. Be prepared to redefine what success is and what it means many times. Okay, in doing so, you're going to obtain the success that you all want and desire. Well, the way I do it is I've created mottos, things to work, live by, my credos. I then go out and do them, and then success for me will follow, as I've defined it. So I thought I'd share these with you. For those that know me, you may recognize some of these in how I act every day. So here we go. Never be afraid to ask for help. Help is not a bad word. There are no silly questions. Better to ask a silly question than not to ask and do something silly. One of my favorites, put up or shut up. So rather than complain about something, choose to do something about it. Don't be the naysayer. Get involved. It's why I'm involved at George Brown, involved at Ryerson, Toronto Construction Association, OGCA. It's why I lecture at various topics. It's because I have a hard time keeping my mouth shut, so I figure I better put up. Support the industry you're in. Give back. Help others. Raise the bar. Never be afraid to volunteer, because you get to network. You learn new things, things that you'll never learn unless you are in those circumstances. You have to give to get. So don't be a taker, be a giver, and all the rest will follow. Don't wait till it's too late to do something about it. Communicate in real time. Take action. Hard work never hurt anyone. Well, I don't need to explain that one. It is what it is, another one of my favorites. Accept the things you cannot change the things you can, and be sure you know the difference. Never stop learning. Absorb information, things you experience. Be a sponge. Learn from the mistakes of others. Learn by osmosis, just by being there. Go big or go home, a play that we've already heard today in the Chancellor's speech. But if you're going to do something, then do it. Don't give it a half effort. Work hard, play hard, have a strong work ethic, but don't forget you need to have a work-life balance. Learn and practice soft skills. These soft skills are technical, are non-technical. They are qualities, personality traits, social skills, things that you all possess in varying degrees. But understand that when you need to how to approach people, you need to listen to them. When you state your point of view, be respectful. Be collaborative. Be a leader. Okay? And of course, never stop improving these communication skills, whether they be written, whether they be verbal, or even the nonverbal ones. So when you're in meetings and you're interacting with people, watch your body language. How you act is important. So take my advice, make sure you utilize these skills in this age of emailing, texting, Twittering, Facebook, Instagrams, and don't hide behind the technology. It's often the simple things in a face-to-face exchange that are important. For example, what's the most important word in anyone's language when you're talking to them? Their name. So remember when you meet someone, remember their name. Say it often. Say it correctly. So today, as I look around the room, I see friends, I see colleagues, I see graduates, their friends, their family. I see success. And I think many people have a greater capacity to succeed than they know. I see some graduates now that work for me. I see many more that may work for me, with me. Perhaps I'm going to work for one or two of you. Who knows what the future is going to bring? That's up to you. I say in order to be successful, you have to be flexible, be adaptable, and be able to roll with the punches. You need to work hard. You need to learn something new every day. Don't just do the minimum. Do more than you have to. And when those opportunities in life come around, be ready. Embrace it. Take action. As we leave here today to celebrate with family and friends, I say with all sincerity and humility, I extend my congratulations to everyone graduating here today and to their friends and family for all the support they provide. So bear in mind that while one chapter of your story is over, it's a never-ending story, and there are many new chapters to be written. But writing them is up to each one of you. So I wish you all the satisfaction in all your future endeavors, no matter what they are or where they will be. Remember that you define success. Thank you, and have a successful life.
Thank you, Craig. I would now like to ask President Ann Sato to come to the podium to say a few words about this year's recipient of an honorary Bachelor of Technology in Construction Management.
Thank you, Mr. LeCerf, not only for that encouraging address, but for your leadership in the construction sector and your commitment to advancing education and professional development in your field. Your passionate support and advocacy for the next generation of construction professionals is what inspired us to present you with an honorary Bachelor of Technology degree in Construction Management. As chair of the advisory committee for our construction programs, you were instrumental in the creation of our construction management degree. You've regularly provided our students with internship and co-op opportunities and inspired them with your guest lectures. Finally, through your involvement in industry associations such as the Construction Institute of Canada and the Toronto Construction Association, you've helped to make critical funds available for students in construction. It is with great pleasure that I congratulate you on joining our long legacy of distinguished George Brown alumni. I would now like to ask you to please step forward and ask our Chancellor Sally Horsfall-Eaton and Dean Nancy Sherman to come forward for the presentation of the honorary degree. I am honored to confer an honorary Bachelor of Technology degree in Construction Management to Craig LeCerf. Craig, congratulations. Let's stand up here so we can get a
Congratulations, Craig. We now come to the part of our ceremony in which we recognize outstanding scholastic achievements by our graduates. At this time, we would like to recognize the recipient of the Governor General's Academic Medal. First awarded in 1873 by the Earl of Dufferin, the Governor General's Academic Medal is one of the most prestigious awards that can be received by a student in a Canadian educational institution for exceptional academic achievement. The Collegiate Bronze Medal from the Governor-General of Canada is awarded to the student in a 2- or 3-year program with the highest cumulative grade point average. This year's recipient of the Governor-General's Academic Medal is Quinn Kahu, who graduated from the Office Administration program in the School of Health Services Management in the Centre for Health Sciences. Quinn received this award at her convocation ceremony on Tuesday, June 10th. We would also like to recognize the recipient of the Board of Governors Medal. The Board of Governors Medal was established in 2007 when the first degree programs were graduating from George Brown College. The medal is awarded to a full-time student in a degree program of at least 4 years in duration and is awarded for academic excellence to the student with the highest cumulative grade point average. This year, the recipient of the Board of Governors Medal is Larry Lamb, who graduated from the Bachelor of Applied Business Financial Services program in the School of Accounting and Finance in the Centre for Business. Larry received his award at his convocation ceremony on Wednesday, June 11th. This afternoon, we are proud to honor a graduate from the Centre for Construction and Engineering Technologies with a Dean's Award to recognize both their high academic achievement over all semesters and their contributions to the college community. I would like to call on Dean Nancy Sherman to come forward to present the award. This year, the recipient of the Dean's Award is Andrew Hooper. Andrew is a graduate of the Architectural Technology program in the School of Architectural Studies. Andrew, please come forward to accept your award. Now it is my pleasure to introduce the valedictorian for this afternoon, Aneko Nichols, who is graduating from the Construction Management program from the Angelo DiSalto School of Construction Management. Aneko, will you please address the graduating class of 2014?
I'm a little nervous. Madam Chancellor, Madam President, members of the Platform Party, fellow graduates, George Brown faculty and staff, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It's my great pleasure to be here celebrating the accomplishments of everyone in this hall. You know, when Dean Sherman asked me to be this year's valedictorian, I immediately did two things. The first was, well, I Googled exactly what a valedictorian was. And second, well, I began dreading the thought of giving a speech in front of hundreds of people. I had no idea what I was going to talk about. And then I remembered a speech I heard Michael Cook give a few months ago. Mr. Cook worked here at George Brown for almost 20 years and served as VP academic from 2000 to 2011. One particular part of his speech stood out for me, which is when Mr. Cook spoke about his top 10 nevers and never giving up. That's the reason we're here, right? We fought through the last few years despite all the obstacles which were thrown our way, and we came out on top because we never gave up. Well, today I want to talk to you about never giving up, because each of us will reach a stage at some point where we'll feel like it's impossible to see a way out or to overcome whatever we're going through. I'd like to share a bit of my story with you so you'll get an understanding of why never giving up is so important. I was involved in a car accident when I was 16. The last thing I remember was leaving a party, and then 2 weeks later, I was waking up in Miami in a trauma center. I'd been airlifted from Barbados, which is where I'm from. I suffered a severe brain injury and was in a coma. Machines operated my body because my brain simply couldn't. I woke up in an upper body brace because I crushed my T3 vertebrae, and they weren't sure if I was paralyzed from my neck down. I was a really good junior surfer and represented Barbados at the World Juniors a few months before. And doctors were telling me I would never surf again, I'd never free dive, probably wouldn't graduate from any type of certificate or degree program. And all I could think was, you're right. Today, I suffer with short-term memory loss, chronic fatigue, which will never go away, and so much more that make everyday life exhausting and made my time here at George Brown difficult to an extreme which I could have never imagined. But I fought because I wanted to be normal again, or at least whatever my normal could be. My recovery has been unprecedented because I never gave up, no matter what the statistics said. As long as we're alive, each of us has the choice to continue trying until we succeed. Yeah, I'm sure many of us felt like giving up several times. Many of us probably felt like giving up in Mr. Timlis Building Science 2 assignment, or a bid competition for those of you who took those classes. But here we are graduating because we never gave up. Setting realistic goals helps. It's always great to be an overachiever, but setting goals you can't reach can be disappointing. And my experience has showed me that we're stronger than we think. Sure, we have setbacks along the way, but it don't have to stop us from achieving our goals. Not if those goals are what we really want. As I said, you're all stronger than you think. Some of you probably already know that. And those who don't might have just never been put in a situation which proved that to you, but you are. In closing, I'd like to offer you Mr. Cook's final top 10 never. Never forget to say thank you. Each of us is here today because we've had help along the way. First, I'd like to thank our teachers and all the George Brown faculty and staff for making the last few years as great as they were. With a very special thank you to our Dean, Nancy Sherman. All of you have in different ways helped us reach our goal, and we'll be forever thankful to you for that. Next, I'd like to say thank you to our friends and families who were there for us the entire time. Thank you to my friends and family who are back home watching this online, for all the love and support you've shown me over the years. I could have never gotten here today without any of you, so thank you so much. Finally, I think it's important that we thank each other for all the great times we shared along the way, the friendships we've developed that will last us a lifetime, and for all those times we were given the heads up that we had an exam the next day and we were clueless about, so able to pack in some serious overnight cramming. Remember, it's not about where you've been or where you want to go. It's about where you are now and how you get to where you want to go in the future. Congratulations, class of 2014.
Thank you, Aneko. We have now reached the formal part of our ceremony where we award the credentials, the degrees, diplomas, and certificates, and these become the official documents of the college. I invite Chancellor Sally Horsfall-Eaton to come forward. Will the candidates please stand? That's you who are about to graduate. Madam Chancellor, it is my privilege to report to you that the candidates assembled here today have qualified in all respects for their credentials by successfully completing curricula offered by the Center for Construction and Engineering Technologies at George Brown College. Faculty members have recommended that they be awarded their credentials in recognition of their academic accomplishments.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Governors of George Brown College, I do hereby confer on you your respective degrees, diplomas, and certificates with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
Madam Chancellor, on behalf of the candidates not present, I request that you confer their credentials in absentia.
I so do, and congratulations to all of you. Thank you.
Please take your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, during the next part of the ceremony, we will be presenting the candidates individually to Chancellor Sally Horsfall-Eaton and President Ann Sato. To show our respect for each candidate, we ask that you remain in your seats until the last candidate has received her or his credential. We also ask that you withhold your applause until all the candidates from each program have been presented. Candidates, as you make your way across the stage, please follow the printed footsteps on the floor. Right. Upon receiving your credential, we ask that you return to your seats and enjoy the rest of the convocation. Madam Chancellor, Madam President, I wish to present the candidates from the Center for Construction and Engineering Technologies so that you may confer their credentials. I will ask our announcer to come to the podium now. Patrick Kwok Chun is a graduate of the George Brown Theater School.
Madam Chancellor and Madam President, I have the honor of presenting to you the 2014 graduates for their credentials from the School of Architectural Studies, Architectural Technology Program. Sedij Lina Amadi. Mohammed Umar Ahmed. Jamila Ursia Amor. Stephen Michael Amarin. Yu An, with honors. Bran Anthony Albalina Agco. Miriana Absi, with honors. Christopher David Armstrong, with honors. Jason Lindsay Armstrong. Samira Attar Guchman. Joseph Allen Ihart, with honors. Lawrence Bayervelt. Alexander Angel Bajana. Carlos Andres Barrios. Sean Alexander Bonar, with honors. Ryan Michael Bulger, with honors. Ronguan Cao. Lester Jr. Carbonell. Kevin Nesher Xavier Kaysen. Seung Min Cha. Christian Alexander Chin. Ibrahim Chokra. Jackie Chung, with honors. Tatiana Kovalenko, with honors. Brianna Francesca Delicio, with honors. Jessica Dandria. Mehmet Demir. Trevor Nicholas Durazio. Adrian Duggan. Ivan Dusanowski, with honors. Aaron Randall Edu. Jeffrey Ellis, with honors. Evan Izeski Vanderclay, with honors. Ferdinando Facciolo, with honors. Philip Luis Fernandez. Barbara Fulton, with honors. Jonathan Stephen Garcia. Nicole Miranda Garcia. Hercules Vargas Gatilao, with honors. Egul Gazizova. Tomaso Giangrande. Radmila Grahovac. Ron David Harrison. Andrew Carl Hooper, with honors and Dean's Award winner. Mark Anthony Kasabian. Jordan Lester Lane. Rashonda Adessa London Mason. Jason Mendiola. Matan Merchasin. Maxim Merchasin with honors. Joshua Mlinarik. Yanet Montoya Hernandez with honors. Kendall Anthony Moraine. Zena Moraine. Richard Norton Narain. Kyle Bao Na with honors. Ranel Opey. Corbin Patton with honors. Bonhomme Ramos. Michelle Ramos. Andrew Justin Rivera. Austin Bernard Rocket. Joseph Rushika. Dane Salmon. Bianca Marie Savage with honors. Brad Daniel Sebesta. Thomas Sierra. Taylor James Douglas Sternberg. Brett Vincent Stockman with honors. Zachary Carl Stroud. Omar Ahmed Said. Pratibha Tayanithi with honors. Nicolita Theodorakis. Lam To. Francesco Trimboli. Shemin Roland Tyson. Ashley Urbina. Kenneth Villasenor. Christopher Vieira Xavier. Ziyi Zhang. Kasia Teresa Zielinski with honors. Thank you. I have the honor of presenting to you the 2014 graduates for their credentials from the Architectural Technician Program. Ryan Anthony Arika. Kushnur Kaur Brar with honors. Marina Bulko with honors. Oscar Nicholas Correa Carrillo. Ira Mae Cruz with honors. Benjamin Davis. Kelly Fisher with honors. Peter Gickus with honors. Faraz Helfarouche. Hadassah Henig with honors. Zahoy Hu with honors. Kataro Kato with honors. Shervin Koramdel. Abarna Krishnakumar. Zi Chao Li. John Lucarini. Tanya Mada with honors. Luis Morales with honors. Philip Castle Morris. Hilda Nazami Ranjbar. Sean Pellington. Eric Peter Reed. Yulian Simirnov with honors. Ryan Shin. Changge Shu with honors. Thank you. I have the honor of presenting to you the 2014 graduates for their credentials from the School of Apprenticeship and Skilled Trades Building Renovation Technician Program. Irfan Amiri. George William Anderson. Dat Nguyen O with honors. Michael Zyrone Balin. Dylan John Baker. Burnell Brooks. Eric Elchuk with honors. Jizachu Kasaye Eshete. Adam Michael Fry. Amanda Eve Hill with honors. Mitchell John Cardall. Patrick Jordan Kwan. Ang Lee. Miroslav Matsiulovic with honors. Athena Mali with honors. Tu Nan Mong with honors. Koran Puya Nariman. Robert Passione. Nathan Ziulian Kwan. Jorge Antonio Rodriguez with honors. Xin Yu Shi. Zachary Graydon Stranks. Damo Zhu. Zihao Zhao. Thank you. From Architectural Technology, Joshua William Evans. Thank you. I have the honor of presenting to you the 2014 graduates for their credentials from the Construction Trades Techniques program. Sean Daniel Dwyer. Francis Munrad with honors. Andrew Shaw. John Frederick Shepard. Thomas Young with honors. Thank you. I have the honor of presenting to you the 2014 graduate for their credentials from the Wireless Networking program, Ashmeet Singh Nada. Thank you. I have the honor of presenting to you the 2014 graduates for their credentials from the Building Renovation Technology program, Jeffrey Paul Allison. Paris Blackwood. Calvin Julian De Freitas. Marco Anthony Fassiani. Evangelos Angelo Giftakopoulos. Stavros Grekos. Babylon Cantor with honors. Ian Keeley. Jesse Lynn Martin with honors. Matthew Ryan McConnell. Sui Hui Uyang. Edwin Xion with honors. Kurt Thompson with honors. Dante Tonaguzzo. Michael Sambalieros. Qi Feng Wang. Yunrun Yan with honors. Jiakeng Zhang. Thank you. I have the honor of presenting to you the 2014 graduates for their credentials from the Heating, Refrigeration, and Air Conditioning Technician program. Salman Anwar. Thank you. I have the honor of presenting to you the 2014 graduates for their credentials from the Heating, Refrigeration, and Air Conditioning Technology program. Nazir Ahmad. Adam Byrich. Mailuran Balasingham. Greg Bagedza. Ahmed Bati. Sean Bisundyal. Linus Chen. Zachary Crichton. Matthew Wayne Davidson. Samir Elsama with honors. Stephen Free. Kelvin Khan. Rockbong Kim. James Edward Lennox. Calvin Jude Newcastle. Paul Paolone. Denis Roy. Kyle William Russell. Jalil Gashan Safori. Adrian Spadafora. Aidan Stephen Tilley. Thank you. I have the honor of presenting to you the 2014 graduates for their credentials from the Plumbing Techniques program. Joshua Isaiah Backus. Kevin Barnes with honors. Nicole Bertrand with honors. Alexander Roldan Rydek Pena. Kevin Dela Cruz Susilan. James Gold with honors. Wasim Iqbal. Jordan Henry Shropshire with honors. MD Jahangir Hossain. Gianluca Bevilacqua. Anthony Leone. Daniel Skida. Peida Liang. Junjian Liu. Bradley James Morgan. Syed Tariq. Gurdip Singh Shergill. Juming Sun with honors. Thank you. I have the honor of presenting to you, also from Wireless Networking, Sandeep Kaur. Thank you. I have the honor of presenting to you the 2014 graduates for their credentials from the Electrical Techniques program. Sharbel Abi Nahed with honors. Mark Anthony Ravilia Kalosing with honors. Jonathan Christopher Hatch. O'Shane Jumi. Daniel Nico Williams Maxim. Thank you. I have the honor of presenting to you the 2014 graduate for his credential from the Sheet Metal Worker Apprentice Advanced Program, German Calderon Valdivia. Thank you. I have the honor of presenting to you the 2014 graduate for his credential from the Electrical Construction and Maintenance Apprentice Advanced Program, Albert So, with honors. Thank you. I have the honor of presenting to you the 2014 graduates for their credentials from the Angelo Delzato School of Construction Management, Construction Engineering Technology Program, Gideon Albert Baltazar, with honors. Andrew Joel Campbell, Andrew Cardoso, James Austin Carinci, Eli Samuel Chica, Kevin William Colombe, Kevin James Cunha, Shant Damerji, Giuseppe Anthony De Paula, Blake Thomas Emerson, John David English, Michael Ferreira, Lucas Gobrial, Holly Mercedes Hunter, with honors. Jonathan Dante Ignagni, Gregory Michael Janzak, Antoine Jury, Joseph Michael Lupo, Mandel Morano, Cody Martel, Sebastian Mastrilli, with honors. Tristan Jonathan Lucas Mulder, Bao Nguyen, Peter Natalis, Eric Oliveira, Ricky Patel, with honors. David Pereira, Michael John Pizzetta, Antonio Wesley Pimentel Gobin, Thomas George Raska, Alexander Sasha Rejalnovic, Boaz Rashif, Mashhud Shabir, Evan Bruce Spinks, Alexander Strezos, Sebastian Saghetti, Domenico Tacconi, Daniel J. Vitali, Daniel Powell Robel, Melvin Schwireb, Zha Hua Yong, Adrian Roman Yemchuk, thank you. I have the honor of presenting to you the 2014 graduates for their credentials from the Construction Engineering Technician Program. Mohammed Saeed Ali, James Ba, James John Boston, Carlos Augusto Cardozo, Giles Elliott, with honors. Mark William Goggin, Man Trong Huang, Ale Kakuk, with honors. Jorge Latorre, Suferdi Lige, Marcelo Fabian Lemos, with honors. Han Chuan Lin. Arash Mahmoudzadeh, with honors. Nasir Minalla, with honors. Imran Pyarali Nanji. Jimmy Pembe. Manuel Rodriguez. Michael Shepard. Gurpreet Singh. Denver Stephen Smith. Peter Spagnolo, with honors. Matthew Tevisang, with honors. Melissa Victoria Vieira. Clinton Walker. Ziwen Wu. Ke Zhang, with honors. Thank you. I have the honor of presenting to you the 2014 graduates for their credentials from the Civil Engineering Technology program. Muhammad Ali. Izyedin Asi. Brennan Kamaganakan. Stephen De Silva. Danangelo Fernando. Gajenthin Ganashmurthy. Brian Ha. Munib Haji Hassan, with honors. Justin Ibamayoto. Shedrack Isosa Idimodia. Hyungu Kang. Yuri Holian. Kalyan Mahal Miano. Liban Ali Mohammed. Mariam Mohammed Amin. Anthony Nasopoulos. Daniel Nora. Deng Duoy. Marco Onorato. Mohamedip Salah Kwasin. Mark Radiowski. Giuseppe Ragone. Elzat Aliar Shahidin, with honors. Eric James Switzer, with honors. Sean Trudell, with honors. Rafael Lopez Valinhas. Thank you. I have the honor of presenting to you the 2014 graduates for their credentials from the Construction Management Program. Shushant Raj Chabra, with honors. Seung Jun Choi, with honors. Rajiv Chopra, with honors. Olena Chorna, with honors. Mahesh Janarthanan, with honors. Vadim Kashi. Ivana Mercado, with honors. Sanchutha Murali, with honors. Bhavik Rameshandra Shah, with honors. Vikas Sharma, with honors. Homayun S. Sokuhi Rad. Alena Tokareva, with honors. Sharam Zareh. Israel Abidemi Oladele, with honors. Thank you. I have the honor of presenting to you the 2014 graduates for their credentials from the Bachelor of Applied Technology, Construction Science and Management program. Joseph Giglio. Rudy Enrico Spalacci. Kyle Jesse Adema. Trevor Ainley. Stephen Paul Bianchi. Dylan Borges. Ryan Barkowski. Dylan Bronk. Yuri Burichenko. Nicholas John Capasso. Alexander Chopik. John Cavello. Kevin Montero da Silva. Massimiliano D'Arcangelo. Michael David Deeth. Michele Del Duca. Gordon Harrington Dewar. Adrian Michael DeSanto. Wei Jiado. Joseph Maloney Flint. David Foster with honors. Massimo Gludius Gagliardi. Simran Gill. Fraser James Gray. Victoria Lynn Grenke. Abbas Ali Riaz Hasham with honors. Derry Harilak. Xiao Yu Han. Miha Uriel Ziv Hoffman. James Casco. Ryan Juicy Korpikoski. Waleed Krezem. Zheng Li. Zhong Yu Li. Ruhan Ling. Jin Yu Ma. Braden James Macaulay. Anthony Christopher Murata. Jonathan Matthews with honors. Stephen Moniz. Leopoldo Marcus Napotiano. Eneko Douglas Nichols. Neil Williams O'Connor with honors. Han Chun Uyang. Tyson Parker. Nelson Paulo. Daniel Robert Penny. Kirk Andrew Pineda. Maria Batista Pinto. Sergei Plekhanov. Pauline Prasuth. Anush Rasuli. Graham Richards. Dimitri Rodriguez with honors. Tyler Italo Rossett. Michael Rostecki. Stephen Mitchell Roy. Jesse Scott. Filippo Ciro. Rob Taft. Gear Teng. Giancarlo Rocco Tersini. Draz Tessick. Ryan Tyler Thompson. Yijian Wang. Martin Wiener. Xiao Yao. Han Qing-Xu, Wilson Xu, Bing Yong, William Raul Zega. Thank you, Madam Chancellor and Madam President, and congratulations to all graduates.
This concludes the conferring of the credentials. Congratulations, graduates. I now invite President Ann Sato to address the graduating class. Madam President.
Good afternoon, class of 2014. I'm honored to join your families and friends in congratulating you on your graduation from George Brown College. This is a milestone I hope you'll remember with pride for the rest of your lives. Take a minute now to savor the experience, because before you know it, you'll be busy pursuing your next goal. That advice goes double for the parents in the audience, and I speak from experience. This time last year, I was sitting in an auditorium much like this one, watching my younger son cross the stage at his own convocation. He was home with us for just one night before heading to Calgary for a new job. 1 minute we were celebrating together. The next, he was on a new path. Blink and you'd miss it. So savor this moment. Class of 2014, I imagine that when you enrolled at George Brown, Convocation seemed like a distant dream. Since then, you've surpassed many milestones. Your first day of class, your last exam, that aha moment when you mastered a new skill. Life is an endless stream of experiences and opportunities rushing by at top speed. You can't slow it down, but you can choose to see the potential in each moment. Celebrate your victories, both large and small. Rise to every challenge. Make every minute count. Canadian astronaut Chris Hadfield offered some advice on this subject during his 2013 mission to the International Space Station. He said, "Decide in your heart of hearts what really excites and challenges you, and start moving your life in that direction. Every decision you make, from what you eat to what you do with your time tonight, turns you into who you are tomorrow and the day after that." When I look back at my own career, I'm struck by how decisions that seemed inconsequential at the time have had a ripple effect. Things like introducing myself to someone new or volunteering a few hours of my time. As you prepare to begin your next journey, I'd like to share a few strategies that have helped me in my career. In fact, I'll share just a few stories from George Brown graduates who have found success in their fields. I hope these few strategies might help you, and I hope that in a few years, I'll be telling your stories. First and foremost, keep building your networks. Take advantage of the relationships you've established with faculty and staff at George Brown and ask them for advice or introductions. Keep in touch with your classmates and support each other as you explore your new field. Surround yourself with enthusiastic supporters who know what you're interested in and what you're good at. You never know what doors these contacts might open up. Fashion techniques and design graduate João Paulo Guedes landed a job at Canada Goose thanks to a tip from a former instructor. He also kept in touch with a designer he met during his field placement in Delhi, and now they're collaborating on designs they hope to sell in Canada and India. Second, don't be afraid to take a risk or try something new. These efforts won't always be successful, but as long as you learn something, you will be successful. Alvin Vigila, a graduate of our Culinary Arts Italian program, recently took a big risk by competing on the TV show Chopped Canada, and it paid off. He came in first place, taking home a cash prize and making a name for himself as an up-and-coming chef. And finally, never stop learning. I sincerely believe that education leads to opportunity. In the future, you may wish to pursue a new credential or update your professional knowledge through continuing education. Lifelong learning will help you keep your skills sharp and your brain engaged. Our doors are always open to you at George Brown. In fact, many graduates continue their relationship with the college throughout their lives, both as lifelong learners and industry partners. In the future, you might consider joining a program advisory committee, hosting a student for a field placement, hiring a graduate, or supporting the George Brown College Foundation. In the meantime, I encourage you to take advantage of the support services available to you as George Brown alumni. Make sure you update your contact knowledge at our Alumni Relations Office so you can access all of their services. Class of 2014, today you join a long legacy of distinguished George Brown alumni. They are key business leaders, beloved community workers and nurses, top chefs, renowned performers, crucial city builders, and the list goes on. Just like those who came before you, you are a class of innovators and problem solvers, entrepreneurs, and future leaders. This auditorium is bursting with skilled graduates ready to embark on rewarding new careers, well equipped with the knowledge obtained at George Brown. Today, we formally recognize your passage from student to graduate, using age-old symbols that connect academia's past with its present. This year, we've added a traditional element to Convocation with the introduction of our ceremonial mace, which Chancellor Sally Horsfall-Eaton mentioned earlier. Its introduction has a strong historical significance for the college, recognizing our transformation and growth over the years. Yours will always be the first graduating class where the mace was part of our ceremony. And our mace is particularly special, as our Chancellor noted, because it was designed and developed by a team of George Brown faculty, staff, students, and alumni. The design incorporates many aspects of the college's identity and our values. For example, the rings of Ontario medals represent a sense of industry and the applied nature of our programs. Inscribed words include values like passion, integrity, and leadership. I'd like to thank Chancellor Eaton and her husband, John Craig Eaton, for this wonderful gift to the college. I'd also like to thank all of the parents, families, partners, and friends in the audience for supporting our graduates as they pursued their passions at George Brown. They couldn't have done it without you, and I hope your support will be returned in kind when you need it. But most of all, I'd like to congratulate each member of the class of 2014 on your tremendous achievement. You saw the opportunity for learning at George Brown, and you refused to let that opportunity pass you by. You've put in long hours, both inside the classroom and out, working tirelessly to achieve your goal. Today, that persistence pays off. By completing your college education, you've laid an important foundation for career success. This moment isn't ending, but there are many exciting beginnings ahead. New jobs, new opportunities, and new challenges. George Brown was once unfamiliar to you, but you have succeeded here just as I know you will succeed elsewhere on your career path. You have the knowledge, you have the skills, and now you have the credential. What happens next is up to you, but I hope you'll seize every moment and make the most of it. Congratulations, class of 2014.
On behalf of the staff and faculty of George Brown College, let me congratulate not only the graduates, but also their families, friends, and guests. Graduates, this is your opportunity to say thank you to the parent, child, brother, sister, partner, spouse, or friend who helped you make this possible. They share in your achievement. Please join me in recognizing them now. Graduates, I also invite you to join me in expressing your thanks to your faculty and staff. I would also like to thank Deborah Ifredi, Associate Registrar, and the team from the Registrar's Office for organizing this convocation. Thanks also go to Joanne Anderson, who provided real-time captioning for the ceremony, Monique Ledrew and Tara Everett, our interpreters today, and our announcer, Patrick Kwok-Chun. Special thanks also go to the staff and students from various college departments who volunteered their services today. I would also like to thank the piper, Aidan Bowen, musicians from Lamb Chop Music, and Thunder Jack, who provided the honor song. Graduates and guests, we hope that you will join us downstairs here at the Sony Center following the ceremony. We ask that you remain in the auditorium until the platform party has left the stage. I now declare these graduation exercises officially closed.